All right, guys. So now I kind of want to get into and give my thoughts on the XFL, the new, well, not new, the up and coming football league that is supposed to provide us football during the months of spring when the NFL abandons us, um, and give us kind of a new avenue to watch and not pay attention to our wives and girlfriends and just be glued to a TV for several hours. Obviously, that's not me, guys, but. I think I wanted to start off by saying Dwayne Johnson, right? He's the owner of the XFL. I kind of go back and forth on Dwayne Johnson. Sometimes I like him and I think he's a cool guy. Sometimes I think he's an egotistical maniac. But I've really liked what he's done with the XFL so far. So the games were on Saturday and Sunday, and I'm not gonna necessarily give like game recaps. I mean, I can if you guys want me to in future episodes, but I'm not gonna do that in this first episode. I'm just gonna brief you on the XFL and kind of what I think. Um, so I think that Dwayne Johnson is doing a really good job. I think that the way he set this up as a, not a rival to the NFL, but kind of a way to get back into the NFL or whatever. He said that the X stood for the crossroads between opportunity and dreams. I thought that was really cool. That was a really cool way to kind of get people excited about the league. And then he said, that this is. He was wearing the jersey, the number 54 jersey, and the reason it was number 54 is because there's 53 players on an NFL roster, and he was always the 54th. He was always the guy to not make the roster, and these are all guys that don't make the NFL roster, right? So the way you look at it is kind of these guys are fighting, clawing, and scratching to try to get back into the league, and I really like that. I really like that that's the way that they set this league up as kind of a NBA G League, but put a pin in that. We'll get to there. So. I thought the product was pretty good the last weekend. I did watch a few of the games. I thought it was very entertaining, and I actually very much enjoyed it. Again, is it NFL quality? No, but we're not going to get NFL quality until next September, next whatever. So I think it is a great substitute, to be completely honest with you, and I think personally that it is going to be successful in its goal to provide us football content, you know, before the NFL season starts. I do want to get into a few things about the XFL that I find very interesting. First of all, and that's like the new rules, right? They have a few sets of new rules that the NFL doesn't have. The first one being the conversion attempts after a touchdown. You can have 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, depending on what yard marker you go at to try to score. It's the same concept as a 2 point conversion, obviously just varying points. I really do like that rule. I think it makes it a little bit more exciting. And again, it makes comebacks a lot easier. My favorite rule that they have is the new kickoff rule, where the two teams, the defending team and the receiving team, line up like this. The kicker's back there, they kick the ball, and the defending team cannot charge forward until the returner has caught the ball, right? What I think that does is it eliminates injuries on kickoffs, and anytime you can eliminate injuries in football, that's always a good thing. And I think it makes the game more exciting because it encourages more returns and everything like that. So that's a great rule. One rule that I'm kind of iffy on is the whole onside kick substitute rule, where you can go for it on 4th and 15, and if you convert, then it counts as an onside kick conversion, right, and you retain possession. That's good. I like the principle of that rule, but I think 4th and 15 is a little too easy. I think it should be more like a 4th and 25, 4th and 30 maybe, to make it a little bit harder, because you got to think like the conversion success rate on an onside kick is like 3%. And I don't know the exact conversion percentage on like a 4th and 15, but I'm sure it's much higher than 3%. So just make it a little bit harder, in my opinion, maybe like a 4th and 20, 4th and 20, 4th and 25. And I get, they want that, and what they want to incentivize like comebacks and the game's never out of reach type of thing, which happened a few times this weekend, which I thought was really good. So I get that, but I would just like to make it a little bit harder just because I'm like that, right? I think the last thing is that I think a lot of people have brought up, especially on Twitter, I've been seeing it, is like, could this be like the NFL's G League or like minor league baseball, right? I'm a bit hesitant to do that just yet, because you want to think of, okay, like the NBA G League, right? The NBA and the NBA G League, they play each other at the same time, and you have lower teams affiliated with like the NBA teams, or like with Major League Baseball, you have the Cubs, like I'm wearing the shirt right now, and then you have like the Iowa Cubs, who are like the AAA team, so they're kind of playing at the same time. So if the Cubs want to call up a guy from Iowa, it's they just fly him over to Chicago, and they're ready to play. They're already in baseball shape. They've already been playing baseball. They're playing at the same time. Same thing with the G League. The guys are already in basketball shape. They're playing basketball. They've had live game reps. With the XFL, it'll be a little differently because it's at different times. Um, so maybe they do, like, they sign guys like futures contracts. To maybe like Jordan Teama right here, like maybe the fucking Colts call him and are like, hey, when the season's over, like, come join us for training camp or whatever. That could be true, but again, I think with football being a contact sport, it's very hard to play both. Whereas again, the G League, you can play in the G League, you can go and play in the NBA, you go back to the G League. There's not going to be that level of flipping in the NFL to XFL, but I can see it being like a place where the NFL could send some rookies. Like that's what baseball does, right? You get drafted, you don't go straight to the majors. You play in the minors for however long, and then you get called up to the big leagues. I can't see that being the case for a little bit, maybe. Maybe for like rookie quarterbacks who, when the team has like a veteran quarterback, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of all up in the air right now. I don't really know, but I can definitely see it. And Dwayne Johnson even mentioned that he wants to partner with the NFL, which I think is very smart. He took the angle of being, with the NFL and not against the NFL, which you're not going to beat the NFL, dude. Sorry. Like, I don't care how many eyebrows you give them. You're not beating the NFL. So very smart for him. But yeah, those are just kind of my thoughts really quick on the XFL and everything like that. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm interested to hear what you guys are thinking of the new league, if you guys have been tuning in or not. And yeah, go Seattle Dragons. That's all I got to say.